folks, we got a battle on our hands. Uncle Bocow, I'm here, and let me explain. How did we come to this? Well, here's the deal. I put up some polls in some hot sauce groups and on Facebook or whatever. I think Instagram possibly, maybe yeah, Instagram too. And I was asking people which hot sauce is better, and we did Frank's Red Hot versus Texas Pete, and we did I think Texas Pete versus Louisiana. And we're going to keep posting these polls. It's interesting to see what people say. Now, what I found is that most of the people from North Carolina chose Texas Pete. Well, guess what? I'm not from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but that's where I've lived for the last 7 years, and that's where this is made. But I'm not going to show any bias, okay? I'm a Frank's Red Hot guy when it comes to making buffalo sauce, and I grew up on Frank's, but I love all hot sauces. Then we got Louisiana. Now, I like both of these sauces on fried chicken. If I go out to a fried chicken spot, whatever one of them they have, I eat it. I have not had this in a while. And Texas Pete, I only had, I think, once or twice in the past year. You know, I eat small batch hot sauce stuff. So, and this is a comparison. My wife won't, complain that I spent $2.40 on both of these bottles. But another thing she knows about me, if I do have these, they will sit on the shelf for a year because I like them aged. I like them when they get a little bit of discoloration going on. So first sauce we're going to try in this battle, Texas Pete. We're not going to even review it on food. We're going to go straight for the spoon, guys. All right, Texas Pete with the orifice reducer. Yeah, there we go. A full spoon. Not bad. First time I had that, I was probably, I know I wasn't a kid. I was probably a teenager or a young teen. And they didn't have this in the stores in New York until, I don't know, probably 87, 88. So this was not readily available. Growing up on Frank's, though, and then trying this, I was not impressed with this. Years later, I moved to the South, and I was a kitchen manager at a restaurant, and everybody said, you gotta have Texas Pete, Well, yeah. The owner of the restaurant, he ordered Texas Pete wing sauce the first time, the opening week of the restaurant. And I took one taste of it, and I said, that stuff is garbage. We can't have it. Order some Frank's. We got butter. I'll make our own buffalo sauce. And he let me rock. And we had people that came in, they were from Buffalo, and they said, you don't got real buffalo wings and all this stuff. And I said, all right, I'm going to go make you a couple. If it's not real, the wings are on me. If it is, you got to buy a dozen. I literally brought the wings out and set them down on the bar. And just from the smell, they said, make me another dozen right now. They knew. And they went nuts over them. They said, it's so hard to get just regular buffalo wings. Butter and frickin' red hot, So I found that when making buffalo sauce, that Frank's Red Hot is superior. However, I like Texas Pete on fried chicken better than I like Frank's Red Hot. So there's that. So everything's got its place in my book. Not bad. Believe it or not, I can detect the heat a little bit. I've never been able to detect heat in this, even when I was a kid or teenager. But I kind of had something happen a while back. I got sick, lost my little natural heat tolerance that I've had my whole life, and I'm able to detect heat in things I've never been able to before, which is good. I can give you guys more accurate. So Texas Pete, good. I still remember the taste in my mouth, but my palate's clear now. Now we're going for the old Louisiana. And this is what I think they have at Popeyes. Oh, it seems like it's a little bit thinner. Well, no, it's got a bigger hole. Okay. All right. The old Louisiana. Mm, pretty good. I haven't had this in a very long time. The heat seems about the same. Texture is about the same. Probably the vinegar ratio and very, very close. Definitely different in taste though. It's weird. This has like a, I don't know how to explain it. And as soon as I tasted it, I remember it has a something else going on to it, and it could be it's fermented. Frank's, believe it or not, is a fermented sauce. Everyone knows Tabasco's fermented. Frank's is fermented, and all of these might be, but this is the original. As you can see, we didn't get any of the fancy schmancy ones. I do got this up here, and I can't find anything to eat it on. It's Texas Pete Mexican. I just seen it and bought it to try it, because I've tried thousands of hot sauces. But my wife the other day was cleaning off the shelf and was like, "What do you want me to do with this?" I'm like, "Throw it out. I'm not going to use it." She goes, "Don't throw it out." I'm like, "Okay." So it'll sit there for who knows how long. So I think that I like Louisiana a little bit better, although this would be a tough one because both of these sauces for me are fried chicken sauces, right? I don't really eat them on much else. If I went out to, like, say I went to a diner somewhere and I got some breakfast, especially if I got like home fries, eggs, that kind of stuff, hash browns, whatever, I always have to have hot sauce on that. Always. If I was out of town, I'm at a restaurant or something, and either one of these are sitting on the table, I would put it on my breakfast. Although usually with breakfast food, I kind of choose, better quality sauces if I'm home or at work or somewhere where I have them with me. With that being said, here's the one difference in these is I've eaten this on like dirty rice and red beans and rice and a few other things that I've never had this on. So I kind of do associate this with Louisiana. So I've had it on jambalaya and all that stuff before. And so, just from what I've eaten on, I've actually probably eaten this on more different types of food than this. All I eat this on is fried chicken or breakfast. If it's, I think Bojangles has Texas Pete's packets, little packets, and so you go there to get breakfast or fried chicken, and you just put this on it. Whatever. It is what it is. Louisiana Popeyes might have their own. I don't think they have their own hot sauce. I think it's this, and they just put their logo on it or something. But this is what the Popeyes used to have. And so, yeah, if you eat on those different things, it's really good. We'll go back in for another taster here and see. We'll go backwards this time. Let's do the Louisiana. Now, Louisiana has like a little bit of a funk to it. Not in a bad way. It's just got a little bit of a. I definitely would say I like Louisiana better than Texas Pete's. It might be. It's a little bit saltier, I think. I don't know how this would do to make a wing sauce. It'd probably be okay. I wouldn't compare to Frank's. Frank's with butter, wing sauce. That's it. But it might be all right. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a funky, maybe the fermentedness to it. But I think I like this one better. I don't think it's hotter per se. I think the heat's about the same. I just like this one better. This is my personal preference. I'm pretty sure here. I'm gonna pick Louisiana. Texas Pete, it's not bad. Like I said, I didn't like it when I was young because I was comparing it to Frank's. So. Very interesting. Texas Pete seems like it's a little bit smoother of a finish. like I said, you can use it for wing sauce and it'll be decent if you make Texas Pete with some butter. It's not going to kill you. It's better than buying pre-made wing sauce. Okay, but I like Frank's better. I would have to say Texas Pete might take the cake on fried chicken, even though I love Louisiana on fried chicken. So it doesn't matter. Most of the time when I've eaten this on fried chicken, it's been Popeye's fried chicken. Okay. So, you get used to something a certain way. You might not want to have, the fried chicken that you usually have with this. You might not want to switch it up with this. What I wouldn't eat. I don't necessarily think I would like this on gumbo, like jambalaya, dirty rice, any of that. I don't see myself liking it that much. Um, but I think if you just said fried chicken, pick one. I might go with Texas Pete, but it would be a close call because this is really good on fried chicken too. But overall, I have to give it to Louisiana. I think it has, even though it seems like it's a little bit saltier. Um, it seems like it just has a little bit more of a kick to it. It's a little more complex, and I can just see eating this on more stuff than Texas Pete's. Breakfast, if I was just like I said, going to a diner, if the two were sitting there like this, if these were there together on the table, I'm gonna pick the Louisiana. Okay, so being that I like both of them on fried chicken, but I would probably put this on more different foods, I'm gonna go with Louisiana. Um, but don't count Texas Pete out. It's a good hot sauce. I know these are cheap, vinegary style hot sauces, and you've never seen me review these because I mean, what's the sense? But because I did the poll and I asked you guys, what you liked, and it was very interesting and it was a lot of fun. We are gonna do another poll. We're gonna throw Crystal in the mix at some point. I think the state of Louisiana's favorite sauce is not Louisiana, but it's Crystal. And then there was one other state in the country that Crystal was the number one pick. And then Cholula, Cholula, I don't think should be in that poll. That's why it's not going in my poll, this nationwide hot sauce poll that they do every year. It's made with pekino peppers, the pekins, and it's has a completely different kind of flavor profile to it. So I just really would not put Cholula in the same category. If I'm having tacos and it's a cross between Texas Pete and Cholula, I'm picking Cholula. I'm eating fried chicken. I don't want Cholula on that. So, with that being said, comment below which one of these two is your favorite. If you don't eat either one, you can comment that too. I won't get offended or mad. Like I said, I don't have a bottle of either one of these in my house. But I went grocery shopping earlier, and they were like $1.40 a piece or something. And I just seen them there, and I'm like, you know what? I just did a poll. Let me do a comparison video and talk about these sauces. And then I can have them also if I want to compare them to some other stuff. So let's go back in with some more Louisiana. Mm. Louisiana's going to take the cake on this one. It's just got more flavor to it. It's got more depth to it. The heat level, I think they're about the same. This one could have a touch more of a kick to it, but that's not nothing that I can notice. But fried chicken sauces, that's what these both are, guys. These are fried chicken sauces. You don't want to eat something that's an artisan sauce like this. This kind of stuff is not meant for fried chicken, and it doesn't taste good on fried chicken. I mean, just in my opinion and many other people's opinions. So if you're getting into some fried chicken, these are the sauces for you. And yeah, you could get away with chucking this on some, some rice. This could go on maybe some kind of rice. I just can't think of anything off the top of the head. So there's the bull cow's view. Um, I pick overall Louisiana. Sorry, Texas Pete. I know you're right down the street, but my personal preference, and I won't count Texas Pete out. I gave it a bad rap. Um, like I said, when I first tried it, I was expecting the flavor of Frank's Red Hot. All I ate my whole life when I was a kid is Frank's Red Hot, Tabasco, and fresh chilies. And I think it was, like, I'm pretty sure it was age 11 when this came up to New York and was in the stores where I lived. And my grandmother bought me a bottle because she knows I'm a chili head and a hot sauce lover. And she seen something new and she was excited. She's like, "Oh, look at this." She bought it for me. And I tried it. And I was like, "Ooh, it's not, I didn't think it was gross. I just didn't like it." And that bottle of Texas Pete, I think, stayed in our fridge for, it was there for years. Let's just put it that way, okay? That was there for a very, very, very long time. Um, and then, it was after that was shortly after that is when I started finding other hot sauces, and then habanero sauces kind of hit the market. Um, and the rest is history. We went down this rabbit hole that will never end. But I did kind of disrespect. I mean, I was a little bit harsh, should I say, on Texas Pete for so long. And then when I moved down here, people were like, "That's what they wanted." That's what they wanted to eat on it. One of my coworkers said, used to tell me stories how he would, like, him and his boys used to, like, go to like a corner store, and they would buy fried chicken, a bottle of this, and a 40 ounce of beer, and they'd go sit in the park and drink beer and eat chicken with Texas Pete. And too many stories like that. I'm like, all right, so that's what we had. We had at the restaurant Texas Pete. Everyone loved it. That was the sauce they wanted, and I do like it on fried chicken, so it worked out. So I grew to appreciate the sauce and not give it such a bad name in my elder years. But for everything else, and fried chicken also, the number one winner of the Uncle Bull Cow this versus that battle would be Louisiana.